weird the world. People, you might want to go get yourself a soft drink right now.
See, you were only 3 days early. Jim was 3 weeks. Jim was 3 weeks early.
So hold on. According to my grandpa, I was still late.
Yeah.
I missed it by 2 days.
Yeah.
Now, I bet that irritated him for a while,
Right.
knowing my grandpa.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I was ended up his favorite at the end.
So anyway, Jim was born Thanksgiving, 3 weeks early. He was due December the 19th.
Whoa!
And I started having pains. So I thought, well, I don't want to go up to the hospital and have to come back, because since he was so early.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went back to bed probably about 2 o'clock, about 10 till 2, and I started having pains, and I went back to bed, and I thought, well, I'll wait until 2:30 and then see how things are going before I say anything to him.
So this is at night?
Yeah, this was during the night.
During the night?
Yeah. Anyway, so I had a real hard pain and I groaned, and your dad woke up and says, "You all right?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm okay." So I waited till 2:30, and then I woke him up. I said, "I think we better
Go to the hospital?
yeah." And,
This is the same folks that don't go to the doctor for any reason on earth until it's a last resort.
3 weeks early.
Yeah, the doctor said you ain't gonna have this child till December.
Yeah, so I just figured, if you go up there and be false,
Just false.
Stay around for a while.
and lay around.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, and it was Thanksgiving. And
Yeah, it was Thanksgiving. Why do we want to
Why do I
mess
want to
up
go to the hospital
Thanksgiving?
for
I'm
Thanksgiving?
going to miss my meal and
I
everything.
wanted to be up there at Thanksgiving.
Of all days.
Yeah. So anyway, so I told your dad that, and so I was.
So apparently you're not working at the sawmill anymore.
No, we were. Where were we?
Yeah, we're still at the sawmill.
Oh, was you still at the sawmill in
Oh, we
59?
were at.
So his birthday's the
What was their
26th.
names? Duncan's?
Duncan, we were in the apartment from Duncan.
Yeah, we was in there. We just a block down from Dr. Price.
Oh, that's convenient.
Yeah, well, we should have stayed there.
What day is Jim's birthday?
The 26th of November.
26th, okay.
Anyway, so he gets up, gets all showered and everything. I mean, not shower, he doesn't shower.
She wasn't in a hurry to begin with. Then all of a sudden, she's in a hurry.
Well, yeah, I mean, he gets up and washes up.
Well, okay, well, I'm going to defend Dad a little bit. He wasn't here for the first one. So this is his first time, so he thinks, oh, we got time for this.
Yeah. So anyway, and I'm walking back and forth because I'm dressed, and I mean I got dressed instead of going up, with just whatever I had on.
So you got dressed,
Yeah.
because I'm not going up to that hospital in decent.
Yeah.
nothing.
So it was 2:30 when I woke him up,
Mm-hmm.
and we left. And he called Dr. Price and told him. He called him right before we was going to leave. And we left the house about 5:03, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
About 5.
5 till 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
And,
funny how I remember all these times.
So anyway, so he drove around to the back of the hospital. Or you were in the back seat. You were.
Oh, I get to go.
You were in the car.
Yeah, you were there.
Yeah, did I get dressed?
So anyway, when your dad pulled up to the back door of the hospital, Dr. Price had called the nurse and told her to thaw, and she
We
was
were on our
standing
way.
at the back door when we got there. She's watching for us. And
Okay, so it's definitely winter now.
yeah.
This is
Yeah, it's cold.
It's November in Steamboat Springs, Colorado. Oh yeah, people, this all happened in Steamboat Springs, Colorado.
Anyway, so your dad was pulling up to the back door and my water started to break. Well, we still had that 56 Chevy.
Yeah, I know you said that 56 Chevy.
And there was no way I wanted all that.
That's right. I'm not putting it in my car.
So
So
I
you-
jumped out
And you
and I
down
told them
on the snow.
the nurse was down
I
there.
hadn't even stopped yet. She jumped out.
because she don't want to clean up that mess.
And she was an elderly nurse. She wasn't those
Yeah,
big
she-
chicken.
She was really elderly.
She's probably
So
She
wearing
was an old lady.
I told her, I said, my water just broke. And she said, you want to check the
Wheelchair.
wheelchair? And I said, no. And I led the way to the labor room. I don't even know where the heck it is, but
Oh, you're going there though.
and she's coming along behind me. And
She's probably thinking, oh, she knows where she's going.
and so anyway,
We're not getting through this one.
Yeah, and I'm out there parking the car, and
and
he's
you're-
going down the wherever the hallway was.
Right. What I want to know is, did Mom get any water in the car?
No, no.
Whoa!
That's why she jumped out.
That's right.
She didn't want to get in. But water broke on the seat.
That's right. We're not going to get that messed up. Mm-mm. No.
So anyway, so we got in the labor room, and I started taking my, I must have a t-shirt or something on, blouse or something. I started taking it up over my head, and I guess I must have, yeah, I had pants on, jeans or something. And I said, oh, he's coming. And she said, sit down. And I thought, well, I don't want to sit down. So I laid down on the bed, she jerked my pants off, she said, oh, it is.
Like she never seen anything like that before in her life.
Yeah.
And so about that time, your dad came in, and then he goes, calls Dr. Price again. And
Yeah. Okay, Dr. Price isn't even here
I
yet.
think that's tie or not, but anyway, so, well, he probably was getting dressed or something. So anyway.
Because you know these women don't have them for 5 or 6 hours at least, so he's
Yeah,
got plenty of
anyway.
time.
10
So
to
when you're-
24 hours.
So 10 to 24 hours, so he forgot how he was.
Anyway, when your dad came back in, the nurse told him, he said, pick
Pick
her
her
up.
up. Yeah.
Pick her up.
They said at the same
And
time.
he had me this way, you know, which would be, and
I just grabbed her.
yeah, he just grabbed me, and
Yeah.
so there we were going down the hall.
Got in the room.
Your
and
dad?
I got in the room and she started putting her up on the table. And she said, no, come in. She got to be this way. So I had to walk around the other way, and I just got her on the table. She just no more than set her down and. Come to me.
Again.
Here comes Jim Sena.
Yeah, but the thing of it
James
was,
Where
Michael.
was he at now?
I'm still
He
in the
was out there in
car.
the car asleep.
Oh,
I'm in the car.
in the day, you could actually leave your kid in the car and not
Yeah.
worry about him getting stolen.
3
Yeah.
o'clock in the morning.
Oh, this
In
is
Steamboat
Spring,
Springs,
Colorado.
Colorado.
Nobody's
So,
gonna take
there's
a
nobody
in
even
the
up.
car.
As we're going down the hall, she's got a towel or something
Yes,
under
it-
Jim's head. And she's going backwards, holding,
An old lady.
holding that towel on Jim's head. Because his head's out.
Well, yeah, because she said, "Oh my God, he's out."
No, he didn't. He didn't say that.
But anyway, so like your dad said, he just shot out of, I mean, man. And he landed
If
about,
I'd have had
probably
her
about that
laid
far
on the
from
table
ground.
like she wanted to, Jim would have
On the
fell
floor.
on the floor.
Probably
He
was
shot out
silly.
that far, man. He's gone.
And so,
Man.
and your dad said he wanted to go call Dr. Price again. And he says, can you hold yourself up? Well, it was only this much of me on the table.
Yeah.
And I
Couldn't
told
get-
him, I said, no.
No.
And I just wanted to lay back.
I stand there what, and the nurse, you know,
Okay.
the square blocks they have in windows you can't see through.
Yeah.
That's what they had on the windows there, and she kept walking through them.
Oh,
where's that doctor?
Where's
Where's
that
that doctor? Look,
Where is Dr. Price?
Trying to
Where is
do
he
the
at?
windows.
He should have been here by now. He called me, what, an hour ago? And he still isn't here. Where is that man at?
Where's that doctor? Where's
So,
that
so
doctor?
anyway, so pretty soon we heard clomp, 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 because he wore cowboy boots.
He's an old country doctor.
Now this is something else. She's a farmer's daughter.
Of course.
With a doctor, he was raised on a ranch too.
Mm-hmm.
He's a
Dr. Price.
He's a cowboy.
So anyway, we heard him coming down the hall, and he peeked around the corner of the door, and he says, "Oh, already here, huh?"
That's no big deal.
It's just Shirley Sena. She's gonna have this thing on her own. She's an old natural at this.
And
Yeah.
so, anyway, when and Jim was deep blue, and he had discovered we had that RH factor when he was doing blood
Oh.
tests on me. They had the RH factor, and when I seen how deep blue Jim was, I thought, man, he's gonna need a transfusion or something, you know. And he came walking in there and looked at him. He said, "He's just fine.
Everything's okay. Everything's okay.
He's fine. He's okay."
And then, Doc, he's deep blue. Oh, he's fine. He'll be okay.
Yeah, he's fine.
So he didn't pick him up and slap him around and like they
No.
always
He
show
came out
No.
screaming?
him. He wasn't crying or nothing.
No?
You didn't need to slap him. Give hit the deck and that was enough.
Man.
Jim always said, "Mom had 2 turkeys on that day."
Yeah.
Oh my word. So, okay, you had him at 3.
10 after 3.
10 after 3
morning.
in the morning, so you still can make Thanksgiving. Boy, look at how convenient that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you didn't even miss Thanksgiving dinner anyway.
Well, yeah, she did, because she was at the hospital.
Oh,
I said, they had Thanksgiving dinner there.
that's funny as heck. I don't know how you can top Jim's story, because that's like the oh, there he is.
Yeah, anyway, I took Cap down to my folks.
Yeah, you guys finally get me out of the
I
car?
left him there with the
Oh.
girls. Yeah.
I just slept through
I
it.
guess you slept through the whole thing, huh?
Well, that 1956, that 1956 Chevy was nice.
Yeah.
You could sleep in that baby, no problem.
Nice car.
All right, so that's James Michael Sena's story. And by the way, I should have said my full name. My full name is Lyle Cipriano
Sena.
Sena,
Yeah.
named after my 2 grandpas.
Right.
My grandpa Rule and Grandpa Sena. And that's why it's called L. Cipriano Sena
Well, and
Productions.
the story about Jim's name,
Oh yeah,
I
here you
wanted
go.
to name him after Jim Rule. But Jim's name is Jimmy. Jimmie.
Let's not get into that story.
Anyway, so at the time Marion was expecting Mike. And
Okay,
so we
right.
were
Joe.
riding back and forth to each other. And
Yeah.
I told her, I
We
said,
gotta get Marion in. She was my brother Joe's wife.
yeah, but so anyway, so we was riding each other, and I told her, I said, I wanted to name him James Michael. And she said, if ours is a boy, we want to name him Michael Albert. I think that's Mike's
Yeah.
name, Michael Albert. She said, I guess whoever has him first will have to go with the name Michael. And
So he was born first.
Mike.
Yeah.
Mike was born
yeah,
first.
I wanted to name Jim Michael James.
Yeah, that has a good ring
And
to it.
so anyway, after Mike came November the 10th, well, that meant that Jim was going to get his name switched to James Michael.
Whoops, I hit the thing. Sorry, folks. So today is
So
Mike's
that's why
birthday.
Jim got his name James Michael.
Right, but today is Mike's birthday.
It's November 10th.
It's November 10th.
I think it is.
Oh
Yeah, so today's Mike's birthday. So that story's pertinent to this whole thing. So you were writing letters back and forth, and that's how names became
Yeah.
what they became.
You switched it around.
So I just switched it around.
All right,
Yeah.
so James Michael Sena.